Can you see the difference? Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I am Dan Mason with another rebuttal to the atheists, materialists, Marxists, and secularists. Here's a strong point-by-point rebuttal to that statement, while keeping the focus on evidence, not personalities. 1. Credibility is measured by evidence, not popularity or passion. Claiming Paul Wallis is by far the most credible source on paleocontact ignores the fact that credibility in historical and scientific research comes from verifiable evidence, peer review, and consistency with established facts, not from one's ability to tell an engaging story. Wallis's background is primarily pastoral and theological, not archaeology, ancient languages, or anthropology. His ideas may be thought-provoking, but they often rely on speculative interpretations rather than data, verified by independent specialists in relevant fields. 2. Opening your mind is not the same as suspending critical thinking. Openness to new ideas is valuable, but it is not a blank check for accepting claims without scrutiny. Throughout history, countless theories, from ancient aliens to lost continents, have appealed to imagination but collapsed under archaeological and linguistic analysis. True open-mindedness means holding claims to the same evidentiary standard, regardless of how exciting or countercultural they seem. 3. Ancient texts are not automatically crammed down our throats. The argument frames all religious texts as tools of forced indoctrination, ignoring the reality that these writings, whether Hebrew scriptures, the New Testament, or other religious works, have been preserved, studied, and debated for millennia. In many cases, they have been transmitted not by force, but by voluntary belief, communal tradition, and painstaking scholarship. To dismiss them wholesale because of personal distaste is no more rational than embracing a fringe theory without evidence. 4. The core problem. Interpretation versus evidence. Wallis's method often involves reinterpreting ancient religious passages as coded descriptions of extraterrestrial encounters. The problem is that reinterpretation alone is not proof. Linguistic context, cultural background, and archaeological evidence frequently contradict these alien contact readings. For example, references to chariots in the sky or sons of God in ancient Hebrew are more plausibly understood within the religious and literary context of the ancient Near East, not as literal spacecraft. 5. The historical record is incomplete, but not blank. Yes, there are gaps in our knowledge of ancient civilizations. Yes, archaeology continues to uncover new mysteries. But the absence of a definitive explanation is not positive evidence for alien contact. Extraordinary claims, such as the idea that non-human intelligences intervened in human history, require extraordinary evidence. Right now, those who argue for ancient aliens, including Wallis, have not produced physical, verifiable artifacts or records that meet the necessary scientific threshold. It's not shaming or character assassination to point out that Paul Wallis's ideas are speculative and lack independent verification. Listening to new possibilities is fine, but the responsibility still lies on the claimant to present evidence that survives the same level of scrutiny applied to any other historical theory. Otherwise, what we're dealing with is not history but entertainment. That's it. It is another short one. Please like and subscribe to learn more.